Quiz starts at 7 o'clock, folks. If you're here just now, then hi. Just getting a few things moving. One of the things I need to do is just go and share the URL over on Twitter and say that the quiz is starting soon. You never know, might get some people from there. And I'll do the same on Facebook as well. You can too if you want to help. Quiz starts with me on Twitter in 15 minutes. Grab your team and a pen, paste URL, and tweet. Meanwhile, go over to Facebook. Do say hello if you're here. I'll keep popping back and just having a quick look at the chat, see if anyone's about. Hope you're well. Nice day today. And I got out, managed to get out. So that's nice. Live pub quiz starting on YouTube in 14 minutes. I'm going to post that on my personal thing, and I'm going to go and post it on Dr. Paul Quiz as well. See if that drags in anybody. Because I've been posting in the morning and stuff like that. But so maybe a little bit of last minute posting isn't such a terrible idea. You know, bring some people in. Must be great if you've got a really good computer, eh? That goes really quickly. Mine doesn't. Pub quiz starting in 14 minutes, 7 PM on YouTube. Paste. Okay. Post. And that's on the Dr. Paul page. I'm going to post, can share that to the group as well. Oh, welcome to YouTube. Dr. Paul style. We're going to have a quiz. Gotta be real good. Some good questions tonight. Now, where the hell's that thing that I just posted? Here it is. Right, okay. And I'll share to a group. Which is Dr. Paul Quiz Group. And say quiz starting real soon. Come over to YouTube. Post that there. Okay. Now, I need to get the URL for Herbies as well. Herbies is our sponsor tonight. And that's someone saying hello. Cut Keith. Alright. How you doing? You probably picked up, I'm just chatting away to myself mainly. But hello Keith, how you doing? Quiz starts at 7. So just getting geared up here. I'm just posting the URL to the quiz in a few places. Try and get a few people coming in last minute. And I also wanted to get the link for Herbie's West End because they are our sponsor tonight. Which means we've got a prize, which is nice. So, Herbie's West End. Here we go. And we'll paste that in the, first of all, paste it in the place where I've got all my links. So I can get to it quickly. Herbie's. Now the thing about Herbie's is it's, well, the sponsor is James the Baker. He's got Herbie's West End, which is a wee shop. Alright, John, hello, Ollie. Yeah, hello, Ollie. Yeah, I did start a little bit early. I just wanted to get the stream on and get it working. I did say to somebody last night that I was going to play the accordion if they turned up at 20 to 7, but no one's demanding that yet. You know what? I've just got a black t-shirt on. I feel slightly underdressed. You look after yourselves for a minute. I'm going to put my jacket on. Just feels more official. That's better, isn't it? You like that? Oh, you're here. Alright, okay. Alright, Lauren. Alright. I guess I better turn this background music off. I don't know, maybe I guess a little bit larger over here. So you've got a chance of actually seeing. So that's a wee treat for the early people. And when I say treat, I don't mean it's any good. Did you recognise the tune? That's called the Helston Furry Dance. Now, Lauren was saying that she wanted to hear something French. I've got my most difficult one. I'll try and play that. I didn't practice today. I was out with my daughter today. Blue Peter, yeah, I can. Well, I've got a tune similar to that. It's called Portsmouth. Aye, the floral dance, Steve Wogan. Aye, floral dance, also known as the Helston Furry Dance. That was what I was playing before. That one was called Portsmouth. That's a bit tricky. I'll try and play the Frenchy one. Try this. Right, that one's difficult, and I've not played it for a couple of weeks. Can't mind the notes. I'll play something calming. Brahms. Lost the plot again. Right, that'll do. Needs more practice. Yeah, I'd you know, I actually downloaded the sheet music for Allo Allo, and it was really hard. I'm not a musician. I've never been particularly musical, but I've always played instruments, and it's a bloody difficult. Because I love Allo Allo. I think it's hilarious. And I love the bit of music. And it sounds quite simple. But it's one of those keys with millions of sharps and flats and all that sort of thing. So I found it rather difficult. You know what I mean? Right, I'm just putting myself back in my box over there. Hello, everybody. All right. It's quiz time. Welcome to my quiz. I'm Dr. Paul. I'm here. I'm gonna give you questions. I'm gonna give you answers. And unlike in the pub, I don't have to do the marking. It's great. Chloe and I are team Cohorny virus. Nasty. All right, Alan. Chameleons are here. Fat boy got sick. It's that crazy name. La, 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 la. Just looking back up the chat here. Raccoons are here. Fish and potatoes are here. Represent. Safari Lounge style. Now then, Simon. That's Alan Croft and Simon Hatliff turned up at the same time. And Sarah Snell. That's a full porn dwarf situation tuning in all together. Andrew Armstrong's in Leeds. One of Western Europe's most underdeveloped cities. Beer Cats are here. Yeah, Lizzie P. Right, what time is it? 3 minutes to 7. Go and share it. If anyone is a master of computers enough to share the URL to this YouTube quiz, then go and do that. Let's try and get a few more people in. I mean, there's plenty of people here. It's great, you know, but I've just done that. I'm not going to do it again. That'll be spammy. In fact, I think I should just turn YouTube... No, not YouTube. Turn Twitter and Facebook off. Right, I've just done that. That's good. So I've just got this. Alright, P Solo. You enjoyed the accordion. You would have enjoyed it better if I'd hit the right notes. It was a bit rusty. I was a little bit nervous as well. It's funny. I mean, no one's actually here in the room, but I know there's a few people watching. I was like, oh. If you see that name, Pete Ferguson, on the chat, that's P Solo, Pedro Solenoid, who had no fear of the crowd. Who was it? Who was playing at that place on Lothian Road? Was it Wu-Tang Clan? And you just took the stage and started rapping? Who was that? Who was playing? The band were late. Crowd are going nuts. So Pete says, right, I'll just go on. I'll just do a bit. I'll just do some rapping. Because he's a hip-hop guy. There's an amazing bit of video. It's just pure ballsy. It was the Wu-Tang Clan, yeah, right. It was a place on Lothian Road, wasn't it? If I remember rightly. It's quite a few years ago, maybe about 8 years ago, something like that. Lumpy Gravy! And Farkoffs are here as well. Nice one. Sassenachs are here. That's a Wednesday night thing. Sassenachs. We're coming to the Joker. Which is where I'd be right now. It's 7:01. I would be wearing this jacket, this t-shirt, using this microphone, and I'd be at the Joker under normal circumstances. But nothing's normal anymore. We've entered a world of weirdness. But we can still do the quiz. It's a little anchor of normality. And we're just about to hit 7 o'clock, and that's when I'll start talking about the quiz, because that's the build time. I'll try and get through all the chat, and then we'll get the first question in about 5 minutes' time. Okay? So the first question, I'm hoping to deal out the first question around about 7:05. So if you want a fag, plenty of time to nip out for a fag. Especially if your team are looking after stuff. Thanks, Stephanie. Yeah, I never had a bit of pizza out there, but it always looks great. The Joker and the Thief don't have a kitchen, but they do have a deal with Oregano Pizza. And you can phone up, or you just say at the bar, I want such and such pizza. They phone up, they get it delivered, and deal it out on the table. It's pretty good. It's a good thing for a bar, because they don't make any money out of it, out of the bar, but it brings people in. So they don't directly make money out of it. Fricadinho is here. Fat Boy Got Sick is our team name. Excellent. Right, that's 7 o'clock. Let's do it. Just while I'm chatting, just shout out where you are. We've already found out that there's people in Leeds. That's good to know. Let's see what kind of spread we got tonight. See where people are. I'm guessing most people are in Edinburgh. If you're in Edinburgh, say whereabouts in Edinburgh you are. Here's Pete with the rest of the story. Yeah, the Wu-Tang were late. Tried to appease the angry crowd with Radio 1 hip-hop DJ Semtex. He was shitting himself. I was fairly drunk. I did what I do. I wasn't there. I just saw the video afterwards and it just looked amazing. It seemed that it just made the crowd angrier. Oh, aye, yeah, Fricker, yeah, that's a good question, Joe. How's the 16 cans of Strongbow hangover? How did that work out? When was that? Was that Sunday? Or was that Monday? That was Monday, wasn't it? Because it was only 7 o'clock and you'd already had 15 cans of Strongbow. Lee's here from Houston, Texas. Maybe you know Westerosi Ninja. Maybe that's why you're here. Because of that. Jamie's on Easter Road. Joe Matheson's in the Mills. That's Cannon Mills. Right by the Hibs ground. Sick joke, says Jam Tars. In Leith. Yes. Elm Row and the Pleasance as well. Other members in California, London, somewhere else. Wow, that's pretty super. It's all over the shop. We've got a couple up in Aviemore. Mehurst, coming of a tractor committee. Stockbridge, Southside and Chattanooga. What, for real? Chattanooga, right, anyway. It's great to see all these places. Let's get on with the quiz. Now, I recognise a lot of names. Most of you know what to do. If you don't, listen up. This is how it works. First of all, if you give me any kind of share, any kind of love on the social media, that's great. Hashtag DP quiz, use that. I'm collecting photographs. If you can get a photograph of your team or of yourself or of your situation, that's good. I'm collecting those. Going to make a nice slideshow out of all those images. So that'd be great to see some of those. Give me a hashtag DP quiz. Michael's asking, teaming up tonight. No, this is a small teams quiz, a wee teams quiz, not the big teams. So I do the big teams on Tuesday and Thursday and Sunday. At the moment, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are wee teams quizzes. So this is more like a traditional pub quiz. The house rules are no Tories, no racists, and come on now, nothing like that. Thanks very much. Here's how to play the live quiz. You answer as a team. Now, team could be you by yourself. A lot of us are isolating, but you'll notice in the chat a lot of people have got people in different places. That's they're playing as a team. So they're in touch via WhatsApp or Zoom, Skype, whatever they're using, and you answer as a team. So I ask you the questions, you chat about the questions and write down the answers. Use a bit of paper with a pen. There is a link in the description if you want a proper Dr. Paul answer sheet. You just download it and print it out. It's no big thing, but it just keeps you right. 6 rounds of 5. If you need any, after each round, I'll give you the answers and you do the marking. If you need anything cleared up, just ask me in the chat. And most importantly, that's why it's in red, don't shout out answers in the chat. This is not a shouting out quiz. This is just you do your own answers and I'll do the marking. Anyway, it's only 4 minutes past. That's good. I thought I might have run over because I'll try to hit the first question at 5 past. This is what happened last time. UK Alliance were top, 64. Social Outcast, 64 as well at the top. At the end of the quiz, I'll ask you to upload your scores for tonight. So keep a track of your scores through the quiz. There's no prize for coming first, just for fun. So cheating doesn't make any difference. It doesn't, it doesn't matter. I've got some prizes tonight, but not for coming first. There's some of the scores from the other night. That was Monday. The next quiz is tomorrow, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Marty Pello is going for 3 in a row. Big teams quiz. Tell you more about that later. And tonight we have a sponsor, which is Herbie's West End, run by James the Baker. You see James there. There he is. That photograph was taken last week by Davy Mellon, who won the bread last Wednesday night. James is offering 4, count them, high-quality loaves of bread. And that'll be delivered to anybody in Edinburgh, or you can go up to his shop and collect them, which is up in, not the shop, the actual bakery, up in Morden. Anyway, that's James the Baker, and the prize is 4 high-quality loaves of bread. That was 2 weeks ago, that's Alfie. Which is, I asked him to get a photograph once he'd picked up the bread, and it's a belter of a photograph. That's last week, that's Davy Mellon, who won 4 loaves. That's him toasting the whole thing. And this week, James the Baker says he's going to throw in a couple of veggie curry pies. So, totally amazing. We'll do the competition for that later on. Right. It's time for the quiz. It's 6 minutes past. I've run over a tiny bit. But here we go. Get your paper, get your pen, get your team. Here we go. Same letter round. That means that all of the answers in this round start with the same letter of the alphabet. So it's a nice big clue for you. Here we go. Same letter round. Question number 1, capital cities. So, which country has a capital city called Hanoi? Remember, no shouting out the answers in the chat. You just talk with your team or talk to yourself if you're your own team and write down the answers. There could be 5 questions in this round. So you just write down what you think the answer is and we'll move on. Question number 2. I'll go over these again, by the way, in case you missed them. Question number 2 is a rock question. Which US rock band had UK top 10 singles in the 1980s with songs titled Jump and Why Can't This Be Love? I've just noticed that, Penny. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's quarantine. Beautiful. London. Question number 3. Which London museum was originally called the Museum of Ornamental Art? So what's that better known as now? It's a museum in London. It was originally called the Museum of Ornamental Art. If you've just joined us, you don't shout out answers in the chat. You just write answers down on bits of paper. I'll tell you the answers after each round of 5 questions. And you just tot up your scores. This first round is the same letter round. All the answers start with the same letter. Number 4 is about gangsters. What was the first name of the character played by John Travolta in the 1994 film Pulp Fiction? Okay, so John Travolta's character in Pulp Fiction, what was his first name? Remember, all the answers start with the same letter of the alphabet tonight. Hopefully you've got the letter by now. And then the last one, question number 5, human body question. In the human body, what word is used for the 2 chambers of the heart which receive blood from the atria and then pump it out to the rest of the body? So there's 2 chambers in the heart that get blood from the atria and then they pump out the blood to the rest of the body. What is the name of those 2 chambers? It's one word. is the answer. From describes both of those things. So that's the first round, same letter round. You tell me when you're ready. If your team's ready, tell me in the chat to give me an idea of when to move on. But apart from that, I'm going to just quickly show you the questions again for this round. So number 1, which country's got a capital city called Hanoi? Number 2, US rock band has had hits with Why Can't This Be Love and Jump. They were both in the 1980s. London question, which museum was originally called Museum of Ornamental Art? Number 4, John Travolta's character in Pulp Fiction, just the first name. And number 5 was the 2 chambers of the heart. To get the blood in and pump it out. What are they called? So, you tell me when you're ready. Tell me in the chat when your team is ready to hear the answers. And once I get enough people tell me that you're ready, then we'll move on. Just get a bit of background music on. That's okay. That's not too loud, is it? Yeah. It's okay. I can't keep the headphones on because I've still not worked out how to get my speech at the same time as I'm talking. It gives me a weird echo effect. So you tell me if it's too loud, okay? The background music. But most importantly, you got to tell me if you're ready to move on. So nobody tell me that they're ready already. Maybe there's a couple of tricky ones in that round. Usually try and make the first round fairly easy. Gettable, doable, that sort of gist. Because you don't want to screw up the first round. That's just depressing. I saw the sea today. I went for a walk down by the sea and it was really nice. Sea keeps you calm, doesn't it? The great thing about the sea is it's just eternal. Goes on forever. All the way around the planet and back. You look at that sea, and you know it's the same sea they got in Turkey or Thailand or Mull. Right, so I don't know if the chat's working because nobody's saying anything at all. Let me just, sometimes this happens, or it has happened before, put it that way. Let's try to pop out chat. See what happens. Which means popping it out in a different window. Yeah, okay. Right. Nothing had come up on my end for ages, and now I've got the chat window open. I can see. Right, sorry. Everyone. Now I can see your chat. Right, millions if you've told me you're ready, and you've told me that for ages. Sorry, let's move on. Okay, here come the answers for the first round. So, same letter answers. Did you get the letter, first of all? Letter V. Yeah. For very good. If you got the letter. Capital cities. Here they are. You score 2 points for every correct answer. And remember, if you've been here before, then you have a voucher. The Dr. Paul loyalty voucher, that's 2 points. So you get 2 points if you've been here before. If you're new, you don't get any points. Okay? But here are the answers. Vietnam is the country with Hanoi as the capital city. 2 points for Vietnam. The rock band Jump and Why Can't This Be Love? They're both hits for Van Halen. There's a guitarist, Eddie Van Halen, who the band was named after. London, the Museum of Ornamental Art. Now they got one in Dundee as well. It's the V and A. Victoria and Albert. Yeah, but V and A. Give me a shout if you get any wrong. Tell me which ones you're getting wrong. Alright? And tell me how you get them wrong. What was the first name of the character played by John Travolta in Pulp Fiction? That's Vince. Vince or Vincent. Whatever you want. 2 points for either of those. And the surname happened to be the same letter as well. Vince Vega. There he is. Gonna shoot you if you didn't get that one right. And number 5, human body, the 2 chambers of the heart that take blood in from the atria, pump it out to the rest of the body. That is ventricles. Okay? Ventricles. So again, chat's frozen for... Oh no, it's top chat. It's on. Right, I need to put it on live chat. Right, we got some scores. Alright, tell me what scores you got. So, Bathing Beauties are saying they got 12. That's 10 out of 10, plus they got a voucher for being here before. So, 12 points for the Bathing Beauties. 12 for the Fabians, 12 for the Abbey Hillbillies, 12 for the Porn Dwarfs. Looks like it was a fairly straightforward round. Did anyone not get 10 out of 10 or 12 out of 10? Doesn't look like it. Looks like everyone's hitting the back of the net. You got help today. Aye, it helps to have help, doesn't it? It's just better. Okay, good scores first round. Let's move on. Sorry, I thought you were all stuck on something, but I just, the chat wasn't working. That was what was going on there. Right, let's move on. It's 15:15. We're not doing too bad. I'm just going to try and get the quiz finished by 8, okay? So, and there's all the answers together. Vietnam, Van Halen, V&A, Vincent, and Ventricles. Didn't get the museum. Disaster. If you said Victoria, which you might have, then take a point for that. If you get half an answer, give yourself half a point, you know, or 1 point. Okay, let's move on. What we got? That's a pretty shan shade of brown in it. I've been experimenting with colours today. That's probably not the best outcome there. But it's the pick 5 round. So, tonight's pick 5 round is a music-related one. Now, there's 9 acts there. Blue, Coldplay, Christina Aguilera, Eminem, Liberty X, Madonna, McFly, Sugar Babes, and Westlife. You got to pick the 5 of those who had at least 5 number 1 hits in the UK singles chart during the 2000s. And that is the decade. 2000 to 2009. Some people call it the noughties. I can't bring myself to say that. I would say the zeros. Or the 2000 zeros. You know, something like that. Just the noughties. It just sounds a wee bit BBC. You know what I'm saying? Ken Bruce says that on Popmaster, and I like everything Ken Bruce does, but that's the only thing he does that annoys me. Calls them the noughties. Anyway, the point is, 5 of these acts had at least 5 number 1 hits, not just hits, but number 1 hits in the UK singles chart during the 2000s. You pick the 5 that you think it is, and then tell me when you're ready. Okay? I'm going to try and get this other document open so I can tell you some facts about the answers once we're doing the answers. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So you know what you got to do. You pick the 5, basically the most successful chart acts in that decade, 2000-2009, in terms of the UK singles chart. Pick the 5 that had 5 number 1 hits or more. In fact, one of these acts had 11 number 1s. Tell you what, put a star next to the one that you think had the most. And if you get that one right, you get an extra point. So potential extra point there. So one of these acts had 11 number 1s. Which is just ridiculous, you know. But if you think, you know, choose 5 anyway and put a wee star next to the one you think had the most. And tell me when you're ready. Ready as will ever be, says Kerry. That's what people say when they haven't got a clue and they've just guessed 5 and they're like, man, you never know. There's a good thing about this round. You can guess your way to 10 out of 10. You can know nothing about the subject and you can still get 10 out of 10. Obviously, it helps if you do know something. Birthday girls say 10 out of 10. Extra points if it's my birthday. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say that tonight. The rules at my normal pub quiz are that if it's your actual birthday on the day, not yesterday or this week or something, but if it's your actual birthday on the day, then you get an extra point. Just 1 point for the team. Not 1 point per round, just 1 point for the team overall. So, birthday girls, yes, you do get a point. Breed or Deed already, yeah, that's a good team name for tonight. And it really is delicious bread. Herbie's of Edinburgh. If you live in Edinburgh, James will deliver. You go to Herbie's West End. Check out his list. He does macaroni pies. My personal favourite. Right, we've got plenty of people saying they're ready. Not quite enough. We'll get 2 more of you saying that you're ready, and then we'll get on with it. Quiz Pro Quo are here. That's another... that is a team from the Joker, isn't it? Or am I getting mixed up? Is Quiz Pro Quo also at the newsroom? Maybe it's both. Okay, right, lots of people are ready. Let's do it. Let's find out who's the most successful chart acts in that decade. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Make sure you've got 5 written down now. Put a wee star next to the one you think had 11 number ones. Here we go. Here come the answers. Right. Westlife are actually the ones who had 11 number ones. So that's the top. All right, Westlife, 2 points. You didn't have to have these in order, just the top 5 in any order. But if you put a star next to Westlife, you get the extra point. So it's possible to score 11 points in this round. Eminem had 7 number ones, which I find extraordinary. Not because I think he's rubbish or anything like that. I just didn't think he had that many number ones, you know. McFly also had 7 number ones. Ferociously popular in that decade. Yeah, thanks, James. I thought that was the case. Joke ran newsroom. I thought I was losing my mind. Right. Sugar Babes had 6 number ones, which is pretty strong performance. And who had 5 number ones out of those remaining acts? Well done if you picked this up. Believe it or not, it's another surprising one for me. It's Madonna. So tell me what score you got. Tell me which ones you got wrong. Remember, extra point if you singled out Westlife as the act to have 11 number ones, which is just mental. So you see, the funny thing about Westlife is you want to hate them because you're like a cool guy, you know, with a white jacket, and you're like, Westlife are shite. But then when you listen to their songs, they're usually actually quite good. You know, well constructed, well performed. Central Scotland Scum. I love that team name. Just conjures up all sorts of bad corners of Scotland, like the rubbish bit of Coatbridge and stuff like that. Central Scotland Scum. 6 for the cojones, 9 for fish and potatoes. Missed out Madonna and McFly. I think it was easy to miss Madonna. I think it was easy to think that Madonna was kind of finished by then. But that's pretty impressive, still having 5 number ones in that decade. Argued on Madonna and left her out. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have gone for her. Out of those ones, I probably would have gone for Christina Aguilera or Blue. Rubbish round for us. Breed or Deed only got 5. 5's alright. You went for Coldplay, Martin. Well, I'll tell you a tip. If you're ever doing Dr. Ball quiz, Coldplay is never the answer. That's just a fact. Right? I never ask questions where Coldplay can be the answer. Right. Let's move on. That was round 2. Okay. Quick bonus. I'm going to give you... Will I actually time this? Yeah, I will actually time this. Although I don't know how, because my phone's over there. Right, okay, never mind. I'm going to give you 1 minute to solve this anagram. It's the name of a character. Don't shout out the answer, but if you do get it, say you're ready. You're going to get 3 points if you and your team can solve this anagram in 1 minute. And it is a character. So, parading alert. I'll be back in just a second. Ah well, never mind that idea. I was thinking I'll go and find my phone and run a timer, but I've taken about 30 seconds already doing that, and I can't find my phone. Right, Veronica, I just deleted a comment from you because you shouted out the answer. Don't shout out the answers, okay? It's not this type of quiz tonight. It's a writing down quiz. A couple of you are telling me you're ready. Birthday Girl say ready. Fricker's saying he's ready. Michael from the Chameleons is saying out of 11. Yeah, the last round was 11 because it was 10, 2 for each of the 5 answers plus 1 if you named Westlife as the most... yeah, that's it. Martin's explaining it. Okay, I think we've had about a minute, so I'm going to reveal it. You get right up until the moment I reveal this to work out who it is. It's a TV character, first appeared in 1994. Probably should have given you that clue already, but there's a last second clue just in case you're going to get it just before I reveal it, which is now Alan Partridge. Did you get it? Very good. Boom, says the Cassidy. Alright, so you get 3 points for your team if you worked out the anagramos. That's Greek. It means anagram. Oh man. You know what I've got now? I've got Queen of My Heart by Westlife stuck in my head. La 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 la, Queen of My Heart. So hopefully there'll be a music round coming up to get that out of my head. Didn't get it, did get it, that's good. Looks like about 50-50 in terms of who got it and who didn't, so that's healthy. That's what we want. Please like the video. There's over 100 people here, there's only 14 likes. That doesn't add up. Go and like the video. Thanks. Right, picture round is round 2. That was a little bonus round. This is actual round 2. So the picture round... Nah, it's not. It's round 3, isn't it? Never mind that round. I might get rid of that stuff. Because I keep having to edit it and I keep... Never mind. Right, picture round. It's the picture round. That's all you need to know. So, 5 questions. Remember, no shouting out the answers in the chat. Just write down the answers in your team. So here we go. Television. Which old BBC sitcom included this terrifying image in its opening sequence? Look at that. Absolutely frightening. But which BBC sitcom included this image in its opening sequence? Yeah, that's fair enough, Shona. I'm no singer. I've never been a singer. I mean, it's the same as playing music. I like singing. Just not very good at it. Right. Study ABBA carefully. Is this fake or real? Is this the real ABBA? Or is it just some cheap tribute? Real ABBA or fakey tribute? What's going on there in picture number 2? I give myself a laugh. That's why I sing. I sing to make myself feel ridiculous. Because when I feel ridiculous, I feel free. And when I feel free, I feel fresh. Question number 3. Birds. Twitching. What kind of bird is that? Give you a clue. Begins with the letter B. For bum toucher. But that's not what it is. So what kind of bird is that? You get them in Britain. I think you do anyway. Actually, I just said that without actually knowing. Just going to do a wee check. Make sure you do get them in Britain. In the meantime, I'll show you question number 4. Picture number 4. Picture number 4. What sportswear manufacturer does this logo belong to? Yeah. Yeah, you get those birds in Britain. You get them everywhere. Right. And number 5. I got this from a guy on Twitter called Crap Portraits. Crap_portraits. So, who is this American comedian? Alright, star of television mainly, rather than films. But who is this American comedian? This guy draws portraits which are actually alright. But he claims that they're not very good. So, and he puts them on Twitter. And he'll do your portrait if you like his style. So who is that supposed to be? It's supposed to be an American comedian. Picture number 5. The guy's called Declan. He's from Belfast. Who does these? He's on Twitter. Right, I'll quickly show you these questions again. Real quickly. So name the sitcom. Real or fake ABBA. Type of bird. Starts with a B. Get them in Britain. And sportswear company, number 4. Whose logo is it? And the last one is, who is that supposed to be? It's an American comedian. You tell me when you're ready. Ridicule is nothing to be scared of. It's that Adam and the Ants philosophy has kept me going for years. You saw one in Holyrood on Monday, James. Excellent. Must be quite satisfying to see because they're lovely colours. You know, nothing against all the wee brown birds that you get, but, you know, millions of them. Seeing one of those would be quite nice. I saw kingfisher once, and really cheered me up. Okay, lots of people are ready. Ready! Which is ready, but with extra Y's. More oomph. More gladiator style. So thanks for that, Patrick. Ready! That's the kind of ready I wish I was. Ah, Julia's here. Hello, Julia. Right, I've nearly got a full screen of readies. 2 more, and then I'll tell you the answers. Right, there we go. Everyone's ready. So let's, if you're not ready, you're not ready. Here come the answers for the picture round. Television, right. Remember, 2 points for a right answer, same as the first round. Which BBC sitcom included this terrifying image in its opening sequence? The Nazi horror pushing the brave Brits back from Dunkirk onto their own land. That is Dad's Army. All right. Representing the occupation of Europe by the Nazis during the Second World War. And we were pushed back. Dad's Army, 2 points. Fake ABBA or real ABBA? That's your actual genuine ABBA, ladies and gentlemen. That's the real thing. It's their famous tinfoil photo shoot. That's how you used to sell records in the 70s. Get a tinfoil out, get clothes off. That's it. Start with a B. Spotted recently in Holyrood by James. It's a bullfinch. And that's true. 2 points for bullfinch. Number 4, sportswear manufacturer. The logo is Umbro. And number 5, maybe slightly more difficult. Be interested to see if you got this. American comedian. It's Gary Shandling. Alright. Thanks to crap portraits. And that's what Gary Shandling looks like in real life. So you see, the portrait's actually pretty good. I copied a load of stuff off of crap portraits. And the more I copied, like downloaded to use in the quizzes, the more I thought these are actually quite good. Didn't get Gary Shandling. Did anyone... I think it's a difficult one. Tell me if you did get Gary Shandling. Well, Quiz Pro Quo must have, because they got 10 points. So they must have got Gary Shandling. Who is this Gary chump? Says Abby. He's very funny, actually. There was a show called Larry Sanders Show. And that's absolutely superb. Like, you know, we had Alan Partridge on earlier, and I don't know if you saw the latest series of Alan Partridge that was on BBC. This Time, something like that. That was basically an attempt to copy Gary Shandling, but much as I love Alan Partridge, he didn't do it nearly as well. as Gary Shandling doing Larry Sanders. Larry Sanders was amazing. And it was from 20 odd years ago. More, maybe. But really, really good. Very funny American comedian. Didn't get a bird. Ah. What did you come up with? Because I gave you the letter B. I'd be interested to know what you put. Thought it was a younger Rodney Dangerfield. Did get Shandling, didn't get a bird. Said Tim Allen. Aye, Tim Allen's quite a good guess. Yeah, that's reasonable. I see that. Okay, let's move on. Well done, everybody. Remember to keep a record of your scores. It's just after Blue Tit. Nah, it's because it's not blue, is it? Blue Tit's like blue and yellow. Blue, yellow and white. That's the colour scheme. A bit like the Scotland kit for 96 euros or 92 euros probably. Anyway, you know, the tracksuit. By the way, if you're into Scottish football, 3 o'clock this Saturday, traditional football time, doing a quiz here on YouTube. Okay. Dad's Army, Real ABBA, Bullfinch, Umbro, Gary Shandling. Right, you got that. Let's move on. Right, time for the music round. You know what happens if you play copyrighted music on YouTube is that you get copyright struck, you get shut down, you get told off. You know, you get badly abused by YouTube. They send somebody around and it can be quite physical. So the way I'm getting around this at the moment is playing things in reverse, playing things speeded up, slowed down and mixed up. So that's what we're going to do here. So the music round tonight, here's a list of possible answers. You see that? Adamski, Boney M, Diana Ross, Guru Josh, Rick Astley, Sam Smith, Joy Division, The Bangles, The Cult. And I'm going to play 4 bits of music. You've got to pick 5 answers. And if you're ready, I'm ready. I just got to make sure that the volume is turned up a decent amount so you can hear the tunes. And the first one, what's the first one? Is the fast one. Okay, here is the fast song. Which artist from the list is this? I could listen to that all night. Nick's telling me that the audio's cutting out for him. If anyone else has that problem, let me know in the chat. Number 2 is in reverse. Which act from the list is this? Stop that before I kill myself. Right, number 3 is a slow one. Who is the artist here? Check this out. This is great. Pretty satanic, huh? It's kind of satisfying, isn't it? And the last one is a mix. 2 answers, because there's 2 artists mixed together. You get 2 points for each artist you get right. So there's you need 2 answers for this one. Who are the 2 artists in this mix? How good is that? All right. So tell me if you're ready. You needed 2 artists for that last one, 2 that are in the mix together. I started working out, getting the beats matched up a bit better. Use a calculator. Dunphy Diamonds are ready. Craig is ready. Leslie's ready. Lumpy Gravy are ready. If anyone needs to hear them again, let me know. I'll play them really quickly. Penny Lord is ready. Chameleons are ready. Alistair Smith is ready. Shirley Hamill's ready. Andy McNichol is ready. Abbey Hill Billy's always ready. Again, play one again. Right, I'll play a couple of you asking for the game really quickly, okay? I won't play the full versions, but really quickly. So the first one is the fast one. Listen carefully. That's really a lot less heavy than the real speed. Number 2 was the reverse one. Who's this? Oh, seriously, I can't listen to any more of that. Dumb and nothing. Number 3 is the slow one. Quite nasty, isn't it? And the last one is the mix, 2 artists. That's looped round. That's the first one that I've done which actually properly works as a mix. Right, tell me when you're ready. Oh, lots of people told me you're ready already. The ones who asked me to play it again, tell me you're ready. And then we'll move on and do the answers. It's really time consuming doing those mixes, but it's really satisfying as well. I should be online spreading the news of the quiz. I should be marketing, but I've always been a better creator than marketer. Right, a lot of people tell me you're ready, so I'm going to tell you the answers, okay? Here we go. Now, you don't need to hear them again. First one, let me see. Answers. The first one, the reverse one was, no, that was number 2. I've got these the wrong way around, but I've got them marked up right. So the fast one was The Cult, all right? She Sells Sanctuary, 1987. You didn't need to know the name of the song or the year, just had The Cult. 2 points for The Cult. Great song, brilliant song. Second one was Atmosphere. It's performed by Joy Division. That was the reverse one. And as somebody pointed out, sounds exactly the same forwards as it does backwards. There's quite a lot of these things do. I'm finding that the reverse ones really sound like the songs. You know what I mean? They most sound like the songs. The slow one. Did you get the slow one? It was obvious to me, but I knew what it was. I don't know what it's like when you don't know it. So it was Diana Ross, Chain Reaction. Let me know if that was really obvious or quite difficult or what. Because it's hard to know when it's when I'm doing it. You know, I know which one it is. Easy once you hear it. So does that, Scott G, does that mean you didn't get it? It was hard. Was easy. Right, good. That's what you need. Some people saying hard, some people saying easy. And the last one, the mix. Bloody obvious, says Margaret Ann. It was obvious. Diana Ross. Of course it is. The last one, did you get a mix? I was really pleased with the mix. It was Boney M, Rara Rasputin, and Guru Josh, Infinity. 2008 version. So 2 points if you said Boney M, and another 2 points if you said Guru Josh. So possible 10 out of 10 there. Recognised the song but didn't sound like Diana Ross. Aye, that's because it's at like 25% speed or something like that. That's why it doesn't sound like her. It's your favourite round. Right, okay, that means I've got to keep doing it, doesn't it? Quite a lot, but thanks for telling me that you liked the round, people. No points in that round, Alistair. Jesus Christ, what? Holy bananas. You didn't get Joy Division. Miss Guru Josh. What did you say? Did you say, I bet you said Adamski instead of Guru Josh? Vampire Voodoo Dolls. Good team name. 4 points. Bathing Beauties. 2 points. Quiz Christopherson saying it's hard, but I always think that. Didn't get Diana Ross. That's interesting. Struggle with the slow one. Thought you were rickrolling us. That's good. It's good to know. Because when I was making that, I was thinking, nah, this is too obvious. But of course, I know which one it is. I've slowed down. Right, okay. Let's move on. Well done, everybody. Diana Ross, man. Look. Of course it's Diana Ross. Listen. It's obvious. Right. We shout out for Team of the Day. I'm just putting in wee relics from the time where we used to be able to do this in real life. Wednesday's the Joker, so that's a team from the Joker. It's Team Hopeless. Hello to Team Hopeless. That's Gregor, Keith and Brian. Superstars. And there's nothing to do with the quiz there. It's just remembering the good times. Yeah, it is funny. The slow Diana Ross. Everything sounds like sludge death metal at that speed. It's great. Right, 50-50 round. 5 questions. Only 50-50 answers. So, even if you don't know a single one of these, you can guess your way through them. Right, you ready? Here we go. Which of these letters is used most frequently in the English language, both spoken and written? Letter I or letter O? That's I for incest, O for obtuse. Which letter is used most frequently in the English language? Okay, letter I or letter O. So this is the 50-50 round. It's just 50-50 every time. Question number 2. What item of clothing or apparel does a grabatologist collect? Shoes or ties? What does a grabatologist collect? Shoes or ties? If you miss these, I'll go through them quickly again, but I'll go through them fairly fast. In fact, it's nearly 10 to 8, but get on with it. Who sleep better at night, according to a 2013 report by the UK Sleep Council? Men or women? Who sleeps better at night? Men or women? That's question number 3. Question number 4. Shakira. Who is married to a woman called Shakira? Is it Mai O'Kine or Sean Connery? Which one of them is married to a woman whose name is Shakira? Mai O'Kine or Sean Connery? Whose wife is called Shakira? Number 5, loads of money. In 1916, who became the United States' first confirmed dollar billionaire? Was it Carnegie or Rockefeller? So tell me if you're ready, and I'll quickly go through those questions again one more time. Okay, so most frequently used in English, letter I or letter O. That's question 1. Question 2, grabatologist, shoes or ties. Number 3, who sleeps better at night, men or women? Who's married to somebody called Shakira, Michael Caine or Sean Connery? And number 5, first billionaire in US dollars, but not millionaire, billionaire in 1916. Carnegie or Rockefeller? Trick to a good cane is to say my cocaine in Cockney. My cocaine. That doesn't work for me. I think I'll just stick with my crap Cockney. Right, a couple of teams are ready already. You tell me when you're ready. Joke, says Leslie. Does Sean Connery like all herbs? No, just partially. No, just partially. Or parsley. Right, okay. In fact, thanks, Leslie. We needed a joke. Because we're living in a world where you have to queue up to get in Sainsbury. Crying out loud. That's why we need jokes. I don't have time to do a jokes round tonight. I'm going to get on with this. Right, okay. Lots of people tell me you're ready. I'm just going to get straight on. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Let's do it. We've got one more round after this for the quiz. Ignore the round numbers. They're all wrong. 50-50 answers. Here we go. Which of these letters is used most frequently in the English language? Letter I or letter O? It's letter O. 7.5% of the English language is the letter O. It's just under 7% is letter I. What do grabatologists collect? Shoes or ties? It's ties. Grabatologists collect ties. I don't know the etymology of that. Number 3, who sleeps better at night? Men or women? Well, it's men, of course, because men do less things wrong. So they can sleep at night. Because men are more honest. Woohoo! Number 4, Shakira. Who's married to Shakira? It's Michael Caine. Shakira Baksh is her name. She was Miss Guyana, something like that. Miss French Guyana. Many years ago. Not now. But she's in lovely condition. Former Miss Guyana. There it is. Okay. And loads of money. First dollar billionaire. I might have got this one wrong. The right answer is Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller. Made his money in steel and railroads, which is an American way of saying railway, because they tend to get things wrong. 8 out of 10 for that round. 8 points. Got the sleep wrong. Got the letter wrong. Happy Hillbilly's got 10. Nice one. It's a difficult round to get 10 out of 10 in. 6 for the Beer Cats. I'm going to get everyone to upload their scores after the last round. You got the I versus O wrong. It's pretty close, to be honest. Not a great question, I don't think, particularly. Got the letter wrong. Yeah, it's fair enough getting the letter one wrong. They're actually pretty close. If I'd had more time, I would have subbed that question out, to be honest. 10 for Quiz Christopherson. Okay. Good stuff. Scores all over the place. I don't know who's going to get a top score tonight. Remember, it doesn't particularly matter. There's no prize for coming first, but there is glory. And we will upload scores at the end. Mystery bag. We've got time for the mystery bag. Of course we've got time for the mystery bag because we've got a good prize tonight. Prize is bread. There's James the Baker. You could see that sight tomorrow, James, coming up your path with armfuls of really good bread. But you got to win mystery bag. 4 loaves. There's Alfie with his 4. There's Davey last week. So who's going to be the winner this week? Mystery bag. Mystery bag. Mystery bag. So ask me questions. Try and work out what's in the mystery bag. First one who can work it out gets the bread. The fantastic bread from Herbie's West End. So, hang on. Is it food? No. Is it alive? No. Can you eat it? No. Is it bigger than your clenched fist? No. It's smaller. Teddy bear? No. Can you wear it? No. Is it edible? No. Can you consume it? Yes. Well, you consume what's in it. Is it entertaining? Not at all. Is it a hat? No. Candle? No. Metallic? It's got a metal bit on it. It's a mixture of metal and plastic. Is it a book? Electrical? Battery? Pen? Egg? Golf ball? No, 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 no. Can you light it? Is it squidgy? Ping ball? Oh, it's going really fast now. Just got to slow down the stream a little bit. Battery, pen, egg, golf ball. Light it? No, no, no. Is it squidgy? Well, you squeeze it. Ping pong ball. Does it live indoors? No. Scratch card? No. Batteries? No. Dominoes? No. Lighter? It's about the size of a lighter, but it's not a lighter. That's a good guess. Egg? Can of Coke? Toothpaste? Nah, it's nothing that consumable. You know what I mean? Beer? Tin of beans? Toilet paper? Egg? Kinder egg? Toothpaste? Egg? No, 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 no. Lighter? Lighter's the best guess so far. It's a little same sort of shape. Inhaler. That's right, Kerry. Kerry, you're right. It's a wee inhaler. See that? I don't get a lot of asthma, but I get it sometimes, you know, just occasionally. So I have one of these. That's correct. Kerry is the winner. Abbey Hillbillies are the winner of the bread. That's great news. I'll get you sorted out with that after the quiz, alright? Kerry James bread. There we go. I'll just put that in a wee thing there so that I've got it for next time. You're dying for some decent breed. Well, it is decent breed. It's better than decent breed. It's the best breed in Edinburgh, by the way. Baby inhaler. No, I don't want inhaling babies. No, it's a proper size. It's a man size. Look. See? Roar. The macaroni pie. Well, he said he'd put in 2 veggie curry pies, Kerry. I mean, you can ask him for a macaroni pie. I'll put you in touch with him later and you can sort it out. Right, back to the quiz. Last round. 3 minutes to 8. We're going to run over slightly. It's double or bust round. I explain. You get 4 points for a correct answer in this round, so that's double, but you run the risk of going bust. If you put a wrong answer in this round, you get bust. You get nothing, 0 points for the round, okay? To avoid going bust, you can leave blanks. You don't have to answer every question. So you and your team decide which ones you're going to answer. Like I say, you get 4 points for a right answer, but if you get an actual wrong answer, then you are bust. So it's high stakes. Like that joke about having a mince round in a butcher shop and the stakes are too high and all that stuff. Right, let's get on with it. Film question. These are just straightforward trivia questions, quite tricky as well. Which actor played the bad in the famous spaghetti western, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? Sergio Leone film. Who played the bad in The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? Remember, we're not shouting out anymore. That was just the mystery bag prize. Well done to Kerry. Number 2, board games. In Monopoly, which colour is the property set which includes the Strand and Fleet Street? Sorry, Americans, that's the British version we're talking about. This is a UK-based quiz, you know, here in Scotland, which is currently part of the UK. No American, that's for sure. Number 3 is about the Olympics. Which indoor sport has only been part of the Olympics since 1988, which is relatively recent? And we'll have a mixed doubles event for the first time at the Tokyo Games. That was going to be this summer. They've postponed it. But which indoor sport is that? It's been in the Olympics since 1988. But for the first time this year, they were going to have mixed doubles, so men and women playing doubles together. Which sport is that? Now, that's quite difficult. It's quite an easy one to get bust on. So careful if you go for that one or not. Number 4 is about the Second World War. In which modern-day country is the port of Tobruk, which the Allies captured from the Italians in 1941? So, relatively significant battle in World War II. The Allies captured Tobruk from the Italians in 1941. Which modern-day country do you have to visit if you want to go to Tobruk? That's question number 4. And the last one, this is mad. Peter Connolly set the official record speed for downhill skateboarding in a standing position in September 2017. How fast did he go? And you got to get within 20 miles per hour to get the points. So if you're 20 miles an hour out of the right answer, you get the points. If you're 21 miles per hour out, you bust. You can, of course, you can leave it blank. Like all of these questions, you can leave them blank if you want. You might as well go for at least one answer. You can't lose the points you've already got in the quiz, but you can get bust in this round. So you tell me when you're ready. There's 5 questions there, varying trickiness. So I'll show you them once again, just quickly through. So who was the bad out of the good, the bad, the ugly? What's the name of the actor? What colour is the property set with the Strand and Fleet Street in Monopoly, UK version? Number 3, which indoor sport was going to have mixed doubles for the first time at this year's Olympics? Where's Tobruk? Which country is it in? Modern day country. There's a battle there in the Second World War. And world record as of 2017. The reason I put that in is because it might have been beaten since and I've not noticed. So at that time, 2017, how fast did this guy go standing up on a skateboard going downhill? How many miles per hour? Which is a ludicrous world record to set. Right, just while you're telling me that you're ready, I'll say thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. I'm asking you for money if I do this for tips. All right, there's no fee to play the quiz. You can do this for nothing and you can disappear, no problem. But if you do think it's worth £1 or £2, pay what you think it's worth. There's a link in the description down below and PayPal thing. So if I get £1 or £2 off you, I'm delighted. Any more than that, it's just a beautiful thing, and I will come round to your house and do things for you. You know what I mean? Only going for the 4 questions, says Colin. Okay, right, playing it slightly cagey. Still 4's quite a lot to go for. I still don't have a full screen of teams telling me they're ready. I've got about maybe 10 tell me that they're ready. You tell me when you're ready, and I'll hit you with the answers, and we'll find out your final scores. Alistair's only going for 2. That's extra super cagey. Claire's ready. Zaw Hitet is ready for the Farkoffs. It gets me every time. It's a simple pleasure, isn't it? Non-rude things that sound a bit rude. I don't know why. I just must be really unsophisticated, but it gets me every time. Okay, I've got a screen full of readies now, so I'm about to tell you the answers. It's time to decide which ones you're going for and what your answers are, because I'm about to reveal the answers for tonight's double or bust round, and this will determine who comes out on top and what your final score is. So you're ready? Here we go. Which actor played the bad in The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, which is, funnily enough, James the Baker's favourite film? It's Lee Van Cleef. That's the name of the guy. Whoa, bad. He's very bad, isn't he? Look at him. Board games. Which colour set's got the Strand and Fleet Street? The other one in the set is Trafalgar Square. It's the red set. Of course, there they are. Just after free parking. Could have landed on free parking, got all that money in the middle. But the dice was one more. Landed on some bastards' houses on the Strand. That's it. Bust. Stephanie's ruined already. Must have got bust on one of the first two. The Olympics. Which sport has been in the Olympics since '88? It's going to have mixed doubles when they get around to doing Tokyo. Difficult one, this. The correct answer is table tennis. Or ping pong. How you'll say. Alistair's got bust as well. Tell me which ones you get bust on if you get bust. It's always interesting to know where people took a wrong turn. Number 4, Tobruk. Right, this is difficult. If you know about the Second World War, you'll know that Tobruk was in North Africa, but where exactly is it? It's in Libya, modern-day Libya. Now you got bust on squash. Leslie says yes. Maybe that's the, I don't know which one that's for, but she's pleased. Thought it was Lee Van Cleef and table tennis. Bottled it on both. That's not the way to play this. Sometimes you've got to get your balls in the table. Speed. Right. How fast could you go on a skateboard going downhill? And this is the world record, so you probably double it and add a bit. 91 miles per hour. 91 miles an hour on a skateboard. So 20 miles an hour out. So if you got anywhere between 71 and 111, and it just makes me laugh, the idea of anybody going that fast on what is literally a tiny bit of wood. And 4 wheels, 4 tiny little wheels like that, literally that size. Bust, loads of people going bust tonight. 91 miles per hour. Oh, Jesus. I really needed to get some film of that happening and put it in the... Because I think PowerPoint can handle video, so... I don't quite know how to get video off of YouTube yet. I know there's websites, but I always end up with all this shady spam links and stuff like that. If anybody actually knows a good way of getting video off of YouTube or off of Facebook, then let me know. Fish and Potatoes guessed 92 miles per hour, but didn't go for it. No! Shona was doing so well. Got bust in the last one. What'd you put? You go too fast or too slow? 20 points for UK Alliance. CC Baxter, a.k.a. the Barclay. Nice one. Great stuff. 57. Hi. 91 effing miles an hour. Bobby. True. And that's 2017. There's probably some idiot has burst that record since then. You said 35 miles per hour. I mean, 35 miles an hour. That would be reasonable, wouldn't it? I mean, that would be incredibly stupid and scary going at 35 miles an hour on a skateboard, let alone 91 miles per hour. And I have checked it. I've double checked it. Just people do things, you know. Like if I'll ask a similar question at some point, you might, if you remember it from this time when I finally ask it, it's like the skiing downhill one, and that's ridiculous. That's something like 160 miles per hour. Go and have a look on YouTube after you do this, because there's film of that. I'm sure there's film of the there will be film of the skateboarding one. Yeah, thank you, Andy. Thanks for doing the quiz. No people, no quiz, you know, so thanks for doing the quiz, otherwise there's no quiz. Thanks to everybody for doing the quiz. Now, upload your scores. Tell me your scores, because I like to make a little league table. And where is there it is. Here's the link for uploading your score, and I'll make a little league table. I'll put it on Dr. Paul Facebook later on. Did he look cool or did he look like a bam? I've got no idea. I've never actually seen the video for it. I've just got the facts. But thanks, Leslie. So there's the link. Upload your score. It's just a quick form. It's just your team name and your score. And I'll make a little league table for later on. I'll try and do it quickly because I'll let it run a couple of nights and that's no good. So please like the video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed and click the bell because then you get reminded that a quiz is coming. You know, and it's great. Tell other people about the quiz, please, if you can do that. If you don't want to donate, that's fine, but please at least tell somebody about these quizzes. And if you do donate, then I love you very, very much. Thanks to everyone who turned up early. Thanks for suggesting about the accordion. If you turned up right at 7 o'clock, you missed the accordion, you know. It was borderline competent. Just going to put the link in again for uploading the scores. Right, I'll tell you some other stuff. Quick couple of bits and notes. There's all the answers. I think you're all sorted out now. Coming up this Sunday night, don't miss this. Big teams quiz, Edinburgh versus Glasgow. Last time we did this, it was a whitewash. It was a walkover for Edinburgh. Not a walkover. That suggests that Glasgow didn't turn up. There were some Glasgow people, but it was Edinburgh all the way. So I'm hoping to get a few more Glasgow people in on Sunday night. If you know Glasgow people who want to stick up for their city, tell them to come along to YouTube Sunday night. Edinburgh versus Glasgow versus the rest of the world. And if you're from a different part of the world, you know, you can play. Or you can support one of the two, one of Scotland's two cities. But that's the rematch this Sunday night. The next Wee Teams quiz, like this format that we've just done, is on Friday, 7 o'clock on Facebook. And Saturday is this kind of format, but it's specifically Scottish football. So if you like Scottish football, as nearly everybody in the world does, then that's a great quiz Saturday afternoon. Again, tell people because I've got limited power here trying to get the word out about my quizzes. You know I used to do quizzes in the pubs. The pubs are shut. I'm trying to do this now. So I need all the help I can get from any of you sharing the quiz in any way you can. You know, anything you do helps me. And at this point, I really need a bit of a hand, to be honest. Because it's bloody difficult trying to write all these quizzes and try to get a word out as well. It's not very easy at all. Anyway, I'm not going to boo-hoo. There's people with a lot worse situations than me, that's for sure. I hope you're staying safe. I hope everyone's all right. I hope you managed to get out today. Nice weather. Thank you, Julia. See you next week. Yep. If you're just doing Wednesdays, that's fine. I'm basically doing quizzes every night, but I know that's not for everybody. Yeah. It might be a lockdown, but some of you have got lives. And if you don't have a life, you're welcome here every single night. Thank you. There's the link. Thank you. There's a bit of animation. Thank you. Gets slightly bigger. That's a lot of fun. And there's a blue dot. I don't know what that is. It's not very pleasant at all, isn't it? Because it was slightly giving me the heebie-jeebies, that blue dot. I'll put it back on thank you. That's a bit more friendly. Right, thanks, James. And well done for seeing a bullfinch. Can't he beat that? I can't specifically remember seeing a bullfinch. Now, just going to have a look to see if anyone's still here. Thank you, Laura. Thanks, Anna. Thank you. Thanks for telling me. But tell other people. There's still loads of people here. Listen, let's do very quick Quiz the Quizmaster quiz, right? I've got a prize. I've got a brilliant prize. And it's going to go to the person who asks me the best quiz question. So I'm going to stick around here for 15, 20 minutes. However long it takes. Ask me a quiz question in the chat. And if you're the best if you ask the best question, I'll send you a packet of Bojaw's Foul Fridge Poetry. Alright? Which is like fridge poetry, but Scottish and rude. The brand of this product is Bojaw's. Okay, that's my new Scottish novelties brand. I've not really launched these yet, you know. I've got a box of them right here. Got them printed a few months ago. I haven't got around to marketing and selling them yet, but they're really good. Okay, you can make some really horrible, foul. Look at those words. It's disgusting. Falkirk. So, ask me a quiz question. And the best quiz question, I'll get that prize. I'll send it to you in the post. I'm just trying to work out this chat. There we go. Right, okay, here's some questions. By the way, I'm going to play this until I get 20 points. So you ask me a question, I'll try and answer them. And if I get them, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Tell me which question you're talking about when you tell me that I'm right or wrong. And when I get up to 20 points, I'll stop. So, just get my little notebook out so I can write down the names. Right, where we go. Emotional Haircut. Nice to hear that name again. Excellent. Right, who was the last man to stand on the moon? I think I actually know that. Eugene Cernan was the guy's name. I'm going for Eugene Cernan. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. If you're saying that I'm right or wrong, tell me which question you're talking about so I don't have to keep looking up and down. So that's birthday girls. I think the answer to your question is Eugene Cernan. Right, Sir Oscalot is saying coming tonight. Real mineral name or fake? That's a great question. That's a brilliant question. Coming tonight. Oh, blimey. I'm going to say that's true. That's Sir Oscalot. That's maybe the best question so far. Did the skateboarder look cool or did he look like a BAM? I don't know. I'm sure he looked like a BAM. Chameleons. Who was Lady Crichton Ward? Right. That's a good question because it rings a bell, right? That's a good type of quiz question. One that rings a bell and you're like, what is that? Crichton Ward. Lady Crichton Ward. I don't know. Let me think about it for a second. Don't tell me straight away. Stephanie says, within 5 light years, how close is the nearest external galaxy? So the nearest galaxy outside of ours, I haven't got the faintest idea. I have no idea about that kind of shit. I'll say 100 light years. No, you're saying within 5, so I think it'll be more like 20. Say 20 light years. 20 light years. Correct for the moon, right? I'm on at 2 points. So this game carries on until I hit 20 points, all right? Coming tonight is real. Excellent. That's the best question so far, Sir Oscalot. Coming tonight. And I've got it written down, so I'm going to look it up. I'll put it in my quiz. Who was the actor who portrayed Darth Vader in Star Wars? Brackets, the man in the suit and not the voice actor. Well, I think there's more than one answer to that. There's David Prowse was the body, but when they take the helmet off and you see the face, do you see that in the first movie? I don't know the name of that guy. There's 3 actors, voice, face and body. The body is David Prowse, who used to be the Green Cross Code Man. Right, let's see. That was Shona. So I'll write that down. Vader Prowse. What are finger bones called? I think they're called carpals, Amanda. That's a good question. Good solid question. I'll say carpals because you got your tarsals in your foot and your carpals in your hands, I think. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Let's see. What's the lifespan of a Greenland shark? I don't know. What's the lifespan of a Greenland shark? I don't know, Andrew. I'm going to say 30. Greenland shark. 30 years old. Divine's real name. Now, I should know this. I like Divine. You're talking about the 80s high energy sexual transvestite gender bending super pop star and actor and shit eater. Divine. And again, I should know his name, but I can't remember right now. Give me a couple of seconds to think about that one. Lady Crichton Ward, Michael, I can't think of it. I'm going to give up on that one. I'll say Florence Nightingale. Wild guess. Okay. Right. Shona says, whose kids are Dweezil and Moon Unit? That's Frank Zappa. I'm going to give myself 2 points. I know that one. All right. Xenon says, which moon in our solar system is the largest relative to the size of its host planet? I think that's the moon, like our moon. Xenon. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. What's the gestation period of an elephant, says Anna? 15 months, I'll say. Elephant, 15 months. Let's see. Talking about, yeah, Prowse, right. So I got that one right. David Prowse. Thanks, Shona. Who sang the theme tune to Only Fools and Horses, says Ollie. I think that is John Sullivan, the writer. I think a lot of people think it's Nicholas Lyndhurst who plays Rodney because it sounds like him, but it's actually John Sullivan who wrote it. So I'm saying John Sullivan for that one. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Right, Stephanie Campbell saying 1,000 years. That must be. Was that the outer space one? Was that the one about galaxies? See if you're putting an answer down. Tell me which question you're talking about because it's easy to get them mixed up. Andrew Armstrong, 400 years for a Greenland shark? Nah. That's good. That's brilliant. That'd be good as a multiple choice question. Like 100 years or 400 years. That'd be a good question in the 50-50 round. If that's true. I'm going to check that out. That doesn't sound right to me. I still don't know if I was right about carpals and tarsals. I said carpals, if Amanda Todd's still here. Lara Dunn, which animal has the largest body to testicle ratio? And you've put the bush cricket. Nah, you might be asking me. You know, don't give me the answer as well, because then I can't have a shot. But it's a good fact. Can you name the Trumpton firemen? Hugh, Pugh, Barney, McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grubb. Craig? Surely that's right. Lady Crichton Ward was Lady Penelope, right? Aye, good question. I like that. Let me just write that down. Crichton Ward. So you're talking about Thunderbirds. Nearest galaxy is 25,000 light years, and you wanted me to get within 5 light years. No. That's got to be a... You got to make that one multiple choice, Stephanie, if you're going to ask something like that. See, if I asked that in the pub and I gave you 5 years out and the answer was 25,000, I'd get torn limb from limb. Zenon says I'm right. It is the moon, right? I get 2 points there. I'm up to 10 points now. Elephants, 22 months. I said 15, so I don't think that's close enough for a point. 2 years. 2 years pregnant. Huh. What's the outer part of a nipple called? That's a good question. Is it like... it's like aureole or alveole or something like that. Aureole. I'll say that. How many muscles in an elephant trunk? 8,000, 15,000 or 40,000? Don't know. I'll say 8,000. 8,000 muscles. Hey, I got John Sullivan right. Thanks, Ollie. That's 2 points. Amanda Todd says 0 points. What was that? You must be talking about finger bones. Oh, is it phalanges? Maybe carpal's the wrist. Maybe it's phalanges or something like that. Scott G, which country is the first to enter the new year? Kiribati, Russia, or Australia? That is a good question. That's a good question, Scott. That's a good question, because it could feasibly be any of those. I think I'll say Kiribati. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Fingers are phalanges, says Andrew. Phalanges, right, okay. Bones in the fingers and the toes, right. Yeah, you know, if I'd thought about that a little bit more, I might have got it, but it's a good question. I like it. I'll write that one down. Phalanges. Right. Barney McGrew could be one fireman. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've never known if that's two guys or... But they wouldn't read out all the other firemen like by their surname and then single out Barney McGrew, would they? Unless he's like the village idiot or something like that. I don't know. But the nearest 5,000 would make more sense, but you didn't ask for easy ones. No, but like I'm asking for a good quiz question, so a good quiz question is gettable, you know. If something's so hard that it's impossible to answer, then it's not a good quiz question. You know what I mean? Like, you'll know that from doing my quizzes. They're answerable. You can get them. 40,000 muscles in an elephant trunk. Look, I've got a good question for you about elephants. I'll ask you in a minute. Correct about Kiribati. That's good. That's 2 points. I'm up to 14 now. Remind me to give you a good elephant question once I hit 20 points, because I've got to go and look it up so I get it right, but it's a belter. What does B and Q stand for? That's a great question. That's a really good question. B and Q. It's a good question, but I've got absolutely no idea what the answer is. Is it words or is it names? Because if it's names, then I haven't got a chance. But if it's words, like bastards and quizmasters, then maybe I've got a chance. Alistair. But if it's just names, if it's like surnames, then I've got no chance getting it right. Stephanie says, which are the brightest stars in the night sky to have a Harry Potter character named after them? Oh, bloody hell, I don't know. I don't know anything about Harry Potter. I know that he's a specky kid with great powers, and that resonates, you know, but beyond that, I don't really know about Harry Potter. Fireman Barney McGrew, the elderly driver of the fire engine whose eyes are always closed. Really? Look, you know what? See, between us, we've come up with a great question. In Pew Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert Dibble Grub, is Barney McGrew two firemen or one fireman? And the answer is one fireman. That's brilliant. Barney McGrew. Barney McGrew equals one fireman. See, I'm taking these notes and I'll make some questions out of them later on. Brightest star in the night sky is Polaris. So if there's a Harry Potter character called Polaris, I'll guess that. Polaris. The German building site in Auf Wiedersehen Pet was filmed in which current British filming set? Jesus Christ. I don't know. EastEnders. Because around about that time, after Auf Wiedersehen Pet finished, they started EastEnders. So I'll say EastEnders. Brightest star in the night sky with a Harry Potter named after is Sirius. Right, okay. Sirius Black, I actually know that. Because in the Greek legends, Sirius is Orion the hunter's dog. But Sirius Black is a guy, isn't he? As a man in the Harry Potter stories. I'm on 18 points. I need 2 more points to win this game. I was correct on EastEnders. Hey, that's a good question. That is a good question. You know, see, that's how shallow we all are. As soon as I got that one right, I thought it was a good question. But he's the one who changes into a dog, isn't he? Does he? Changes into a dog. That's quite crafty. Oh no, I've actually only got 16 points. I need another couple. I need another couple of answers here. Block and quail. Yeah, I was never going to get that. Alistair. It felt like a good question, but you know what I mean? Like, if you don't know it. Alright, Frank Zappa. Yeah, and you have had more points than that. So I'm on 18 now. Okay. What came first, Lego or Barbie? It's got to be Lego. Amanda Todd has just suddenly said corkscrew. Does that refer to a question, or are you just getting a corkscrew out? Have you given up? Have you gone straight for the wine? Is it 8:30? 30 minutes to 9. Time for wine. Correct, it's Lego. I met a guy who was the first importer of Lego to the UK. Met him a couple of years ago out of the Blue Drill Hall on Dalmeny Street in Edinburgh. It was just an art exhibition or something like that. I was strolling about. Start talking to this chap, you know, and he's showing off his amateur art. Start chatting to him. Turns out he was the guy who was the first guy to import Lego from Denmark to the UK. He was working for a toy company or something like that, and they distributed them. So he was very proud of that, you know. And he was about 100 when I spoke to him. He was well into his 90s. I was talking to him, you know. The world's largest producer of tyres. We had that the other night. That's Lego. And it is a good question. But we had it the other night. What came first, the pencil or the rubber? Well, I don't know. But I'm guessing that the reason that's a quiz question is because it's an unexpected answer. So, rubber. I'll say rubber. Plus rubber from a tree. Maybe it's easier to just find that by accident than it is to come up with a pencil. I'll say rubber. That's for Alistair's question. Did I get 2 points for Lego? Yeah, I did. Correct, it's rubber, right? Okay, I'm over 20 points now. Is Sir Oscolot still here? Because if so, I mean, actually, is that the best question? Let me think. There's been some quite good questions. Definitely not the one about outer space galaxies. Ah, Sir Oscolot is still here. Right, I'll just give it to you. That's fine. Send me a message, Sir Oscolot. Work it out. Work out how to get me a message. I'm on Facebook and all that shit. And I'll send you a packet of foul-mouthed fridge poetry. Scottish foul-mouthed fridge poetry. Presuming you're in the UK. I ain't sending it abroad. Too much money, right? But if you're in the UK, get in touch. And I don't know if you can you send messages on YouTube? What's the elephant question? Right. It won't take long. I'm going to quickly look it up in my database because I kind of know what the question is, but I need to get the wording right and the numbers right. And when I first wrote it, I asked it at every single quiz in a week because it was such an enjoyable question. So if you've been to the quizzes, you've probably heard it. But it's one of those questions that even if you've heard it, it's quite difficult to get it right because it's got numbers in it. Good stuff, Sir Oscar. Right, I'll look forward to getting your message, and then I'll send you the fridge magnets. All right. Okay. I've got my database open in Microsoft Excel, And it's taken a few seconds, as it sometimes does, just to wake up. It's like, oh, I didn't want to process stuff in the computer, you know. So text filters contains elephant. And I've got a filter on for multiple choice questions. And let's see. Take off that filter. Come on. I thought I would have found it by now. Let me take that filter off as well. See if that helps. No. I know why I'm not getting it. So, because that word is not in the question. That word. Right, here we go. What weighs more? I'll type it as well. What weighs more? One elephant or 20 million bees? What weighs more? One elephant or 20 million bees? That is one full-sized male African elephant or 20 million average-size honeybees. Michael's going for the elephant. But not just 20,000 bees, 20 million bees. Not the bees, says Scotchy. Not the bees! Not the bees! I'll let a few more of you guess, and then I'll tell you. You think the elephant? One elephant, or 20 million bees. Ah. You might not think much of this, but see, when I wrote this, I thought, man, I'm a genius. I've cracked it. I've written the ultimate quiz question. Oh, switching to bees. I've got the there we go. I'm just copying the information. Bees, says Sir Oscar. 20 million bees is much scarier, but it's how heavy they are. In retrospect, we actually don't know. Of course you don't know. Nobody knows. It's the only bad thing about this quiz question is you can't really know. It's elephant, bees, elephant. Bees, final answer. Right, okay. All right, I'll tell you. The answer is the elephant. That's the elephant. Elephant. And I'll type in the extra information here. So, hang on. Go to Excel, copy the info, come over here and paste it in there. There you go. So a bee, average size honeybee is 1/10 of a gram. An elephant goes up to 6 tons, full size African male elephant. So you need 60 million bees to make one elephant. So 20 million bees is just the front third of an elephant. Or a third of an elephant. Probably like the hind legs. You know what I mean? The arse. An elephant's arse. We were reckoning 20 million bees is 20 million grams, so 20 tons, which is more than an elephant, about 5 tons. Well, there you go. Aye, it's all about that. I mean, like, at least you tried to work it out. So maybe, yeah, it's a better question than I thought in terms of technically being a good question. The reason why I like it as a question, because I just find it massively amusing. 20 million bees. I just like asking it in the pub and seeing people in their heads try to imagine 20 million bees. Yeah, 9/10 of a bee too much. Just a wee sort of 90% of an insect out. It's very difficult, isn't it, to think about a bee and try and imagine what that is. It's difficult to imagine 1 gram. It's easy to imagine a kilogram or a pound, because you get a pound of potatoes or a kilogram of carrots. You can imagine that. But it's very difficult to imagine a gram. There's not much you get in grams, is there? 9 bees wrong. Oh my goodness. Right, I've got to go. It's 8:30. No, it's after 8:30. It's 20 to 9. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Get in touch, Sir Oscar-Lot. Tell me your address. I'll send you some fridge poetry. You won't be disappointed. They're great. Thanks for hanging around and chatting. Love getting your questions, because it's good fun for me to answer some questions as well. I get a chance to answer. How do we get the breed? I'll send you a message, Kerry. As soon as I come off this, I will send you a message and we'll sort it out. You'll get your bread tomorrow. It's worked every week so far. Great. Good. Thanks, Sir Oscar-Lot. Excellent. Right. Cheers. Thanks for playing, everybody. Maybe see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Marty Pello's back. If Marty Pello wins Big Teams Quiz tomorrow night, it'll be the first time that anyone's won 3 in a row. Last Thursday, Marty Pello beat Carol Baskin. And Tuesday last night, Marty Pello beat the other part of that drama, Joe Exotic. And he also beat Jesus Christ. So Marty Pello will be back against 2 new contenders tomorrow night. See you then. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. See you later. Remember, Glasgow, Edinburgh on Sunday as well. That's going to be good. Right, I'm going to hang up this stream. See you later. Good night.